start now.
Okay, thank you. Good morning to all. I'm Shravani, working as Assistant Professor, Raipur. On behalf of Raipur College Management, IIC Raipur, staff and students, I welcome you all for this orientation session for all students and faculties of Institute by Innovation Ambassador, organized by IIC Raipur in association with Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Anantapur Local Branch. Now I request our IIC President, Raipur, Dr. M.V. Jyoti Garu, to address the gathering. Jyoti ma'am,
Good morning, dear student. Yes. Good morning, today's speaker, Dr. Sushma Garu, IIC Ambassador, and also a very warm good morning and wishes to all student participants and dear colleagues. Today, we have a wonderful speaker, that is IIC Ambassador Dr. Sushma Garu, and it is a great opportunity to meet her, and she will deliver the orientation and awareness about the entrepreneurship and also how to develop skills related to entrepreneurship and startups. And it's a great privilege to me and an honor to me to invite Dr. Sushma Garu on behalf of management and principal of Raipur. And madam, I heartily welcome you for today's orientation session. And I will also thank all the teachers and faculty of Raipur for their cooperation. Thank you so much. Let this program be fruitful and motivate all the students towards innovation and entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Now I welcome Dr. Sushma Garu.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction.
Thank you.
Without any delay, we'll start the session. Now I request Ms. Sushma Kondapalli to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. R. Sushma Garu. Over to you, Sushma.
I'm Sushma as an assistant professor. It's a great privilege to introduce today's resource person, Dr. R. Sushma ma'am. Dr. R. Sushma ma'am has done her PhD from Osmania University, Hyderabad, and completed her MBA from Badruka College, Hyderabad. Dr. Sushma has qualified many state level and national level in competitive exams, and she is presently working as associate professor at Saint Pius College, MBA College. And Dr. Sushma ma'am has near 14 years of teaching experience, and she has published several articles in reputed national and international journals. And Dr. Sushma has awarded as the best paper presenter in the international conference organized by St. Joseph Degree and PG College. And she delivered several guest lectures organized by Sushma has organized a national webinar in St. Pius PG College. And Dr. Sushma has participated in several workshops and FDPs. And so this is a brief introduction about Dr. Sushma ma'am. I'm requesting you to take over this session now, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sushma ma'am. And it's nice that my namesake has introduced me. That's nice. I don't know whether it is planned like that based on my name. I don't know about that. And at the outset, I thank Vijay Jyoti ma'am, the president of IIC of Raipur, for inviting me for this orientation program. And I also thank Shravani ma'am for coordinating with me since yesterday. Okay. And can I share the screen, ma'am, now?
Yes, ma'am, you can share.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am,
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. So I want to tell, actually, I haven't disclosed the disclaimer in my PPT, but I want to tell you orally, like the disclaimer is, I'm not going to answer any of the questions I'll be posing in my PPT. Okay. I want the student participants or maybe the faculty participants also, if students are not responding, but I don't think that students won't respond. Okay. So I want the answers from you all. Okay, so it's going to be an interactive session wherein it's not a monologue, it will be a more of dialogue, wherein I can expect some questions from the student participants. Okay, so I'll be sharing my PPT now.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, is my PPT visible? Is my screen visible,
Is
sir?
it
Yes.
clear, ma'am?
Okay.
Is it
Yeah.
visible?
Okay. Okay. So I'll go to the first slide of my, yeah. Any one of the students, they can unmute themselves. Are students unmuted, ma'am? Like,
No, ma'am.
we don't have that option, ma'am, here?
Okay, okay. Now,
Yeah.
Now they can unmute, ma'am. I have given them the privileges. They can unmute.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. So can someone unmute themselves and tell me, have you seen this painting before? Have you seen this painting before?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Okay. So the students here must be of age group of 19-20, sir?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you must have seen this in one of the history books of your 9th or 10th standard. No? Is my screen visible to everybody? Is the painting visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you haven't seen this painting before? No, none of you? Not
No,
even
ma'am.
not of a single student. Okay. So it is a utopian society which was imagined and drawn by Frederick Soriot, who was a French artist. Okay. It is drawn way back in 1848. In early 19th century, what happened was there were no nation states which were formed. Okay. So the whole world was like, it was disintegrated, and you had monarchical government at that time. Okay, so you had only monarchs, kings ruling the entire world. Okay, few monarchs ruling the entire world. Okay, and people were not really happy. They were not feeling united, and they felt that they are not treated equally. Okay, so that was the age when the romanticism was in vogue. Okay, romanticism is nothing but expressing your feelings in terms of some paintings or dance forms or songs. Okay, so why maybe you must be feeling that why am I taking this utopian society? Okay, so you must have heard of the term utopian. Okay, utopian society is nothing but the society which is the probability of forming an utopian society is very less. Okay, so it is most unlikely that you will have a society which is so perfect. So you can see in the painting, there is a statue of liberty there. Okay, in one of the hands, she is holding a charter of rights. So she has written all the rights wherein the people are treated equally. Okay, and there is no suppression, and all those rights are written in the charter. Okay, on a paper. Okay, and basically she is holding one in charter in one hand, and in one of the hands she is holding the torch of enlightenment. Okay, the statue. So it signifies basically that all the humans will be treated equally. So this was imagined by Frederick Soriot. He was from French society basically. And you can see here in the sky, the Christ and all the angels, they are celebrating. Okay, celebrating people enjoying equal rights. Okay, and can you see some trash in front of the screen? Trash here in front of people. There is some trash. Can you see this here?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yeah. So this thrash basically resembles that authoritarian government or the monarchical government has failed, and these are the remnants of that. So the remaining whatever material is there of that government, it is that. Okay, so he basically wanted to show that monarchical government has come to an end and people are enjoying equal rights. Okay, so there is Statue of Liberty, and all the people are walking in queue, and all the, you can see the flags around there. So all the people are walking in queue and paying homage to the Statue of Liberty. So this is being depicted by the artist. Okay, so the point here is utopian society is a society which is very unlikely to form. Okay, very unlikely to form. So the chances of having an perfect society, it's very okay. I recall when my child, my son who is in 10th standard now, he was 5 years old. We used to stay in OU quarters. Okay, my husband works for OU Usmania University, and we were given quarters to stay, right? So there was a yard, and he is a very non-veg freak. Okay, he likes eating non-veg, right? So he used to like those thigh pieces of chicken so much that he was sharing his imagination with his grandmother, wherein he said that if I'm going to sow this thigh piece in the ground, then there will be a tree wherein all the thigh pieces will appear. Okay, so that was his imagination. Okay, so now we have seen Frederick Sorio's imagination of the world. Okay, wherein all the people are enjoying equal rights and all that, right? So what is your utopian society be like? Okay, if suppose you are an, yeah, anybody can share upon this. See, I've given you my disclaimer, right? I'll be asking the questions and I'll be expecting answers for that. Anybody can unmute themselves and they can share. Hello, am I audible there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, anybody, they can unmute themselves. Like, you must be imagining a society wherein maybe there are no poor people around. Okay, similarly, anything you can share. No answers? You can share it in any language. Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
In my opinion, here we have no people, no poor people, and every people enjoying the same rights, like
Very good,
without
very
caste.
good. Yeah, very good, ma'am. Casteism. Okay, so you want a society where casteism is not there, right? Thank you so much for responding. Anybody else? Sushma ma'am or Shravani ma'am can also answer.
Ma'am, in my opinion, without any discrimination,
Yeah,
society without any discrimination regarding status of people.
yeah, lovely, ma'am. Lovely. You don't want any discrimination between rich and poor, between different
Poor and
genders.
also
Like, yeah.
genders.
Very good, ma'am. Okay, so let us see some more answers. Maybe you want a country or world without poverty, with more friendly government. Okay, you want equal treatment to all. Maybe some of the students, I don't expect riper students to imagine the fourth one, especially maybe passing exams without ever writing exams. Okay, I don't want that to happen. Okay, that shouldn't be the utopian society for anybody. Okay, and someone maybe wanting more and more innovations. Okay, now let us ponder upon this for a little while. Okay, I've done my engineering, BTech, civil engineering, and then I've done my MBA. Okay, so as a student of engineering, or basically I like maths a lot. Okay, so I'm driven towards numbers. Okay, let us see some of the numbers which are of importance to us. Okay, so world is full of index numbers. We see many index numbers in the world. In Indian context, we talk about Sensex, Nifty, which are the stock market indices. Okay, and we talk of Human Development Index or Global Development Index, which talks about how much the human beings are developed in a particular country, and it gives a comparative ranking as such. Okay, you have poverty index, you have happiness index, you have ease of doing business. This might interest the academic fraternity. Academic freedom index is also there. Okay, so maybe basically we'll look into each of the indexes for a little while, and then we'll move on to the main agenda of the today's orientation. Okay, so first one is what is the India's ranking in academic freedom index? What do you think, academic fraternity? What do you think? Are we faring well in this index, or are we faring less? Is India scoring good in this, or is it not scoring good?
think it's
Yes, ma'am.
less than. I think it is
Less.
less.
Okay. So academic freedom index basically talks about how free the academicians are here to publish their research, okay, do their research without being controlled by some external forces. Okay, so basically it talks about that. Okay, so academic freedom index, let us see what statistics show. India has scored considerably low in the International Academic Freedom Index with a score of only 0.352. Okay, so AFI basically scores you on a scale of 0 to 1, 0 being the least score and 1 being the highest score. Suppose if you are free to do your academic research, you will be getting a better score of 0.91, like that. Okay, the highest is 1. The score can't go beyond 1. Okay, if you are scoring less, like you are not free to continue with your research, you'll be getting lesser scores. Okay, and here in this academic freedom index, Uruguay and Portugal has topped the list with 0.971, 0.971, and our score is only 0.352, very less. Even some of the countries which are lesser developed than us have scored better in this aspect. Okay, so countries like Malaysia, Pakistan, Brazil, Somalia have scored better than us. Okay, so this is about the academic freedom index, right? So next one, we'll come to this index. So any guesses about what index I'm talking about? Any guesses as to what index I'm talking about?
Happy index, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. Happiness index. Okay, so I don't remember exactly the year in which even Bangladesh it was supposed to be the happiest country, okay, in the world. Okay, so what is really driving us, getting that feeling of happiness in us? Okay, so they must be having this and let me tell you one thing, all these indices are calculated very scientifically, so that is a rational way of calculating this. Okay, so same as your Atal ranking or your NIRF ranking, and I'm very pleased to know that Riper has got NIRF ranking of what, ma'am? How much is the NIRF ranking? 62. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. How much is your NIRF ranking, sir?
This year it is 55, ma'am.
55. Very good, sir. Congratulations. And so they have a specific method. You must be noticing the rigor in which you go through. Okay, when you are going for NBA accreditation or NAC accreditation or NIRF ranking. Okay, so you have a rigor and you have certain parameters on which you are assessed. Okay, the same way happiness also is assessed on some parameters. Okay, so here in 2019 ranking, I haven't taken 2020's ranking because it's been a very exceptional year for us, all of us this year, right? So World Happiness Index of 2019 says that Finland is the most happiest country, okay, followed by the other, some of the European countries are given. Can you guess where India is in the list? Can any one of you guess where India is in the list? Okay, you can Google. You are free to Google. Okay, so
133rd rank, ma'am.
yeah, 133rd rank. Okay, but when I have Googled it, sir, it showed me 140 ranks, 140th rank. Okay, so India's happiness ranking drops to 140, way behind Pakistan, China, and Bangladesh. Okay, so what is that which is driving us happiness? Okay, how are we feeling happy? Okay, so again, here we can wonder upon like few of the countries which are not even as rich as our country is, but still they are happy. Okay, so why India is ranked so low? Why India is ranked so low? There are around 200 or 220 odd countries in the world, and our rank is 140. Okay, so it's really a pathetic situation, right? So in Academic Freedom Index, we have less score. In World Happiness Index, we got less score, right? Then coming to the Global Multidimensional Poverty Index, of 2020. It says that it has covered around 107 countries in the developing regions, covering around 5.9 billion people, and which almost covers around 3/4, 75% of world's population. Yeah. Can someone guess where India is in this?
62nd list, ma'am.
Very good, very good. So you are the fastest finger first. Okay, so India is 62nd rank among 107 countries. Okay, with a MPI score of 0.123, and around 27.91% of the people of India are facing acute poverty. Okay, so that's what this index shows. Okay, this index shows. Okay, is the student answering the questions? I'm not able to see the participants list.
Yes, ma'am.
You are a student, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. What's your name?
Haricharan, ma'am.
Haricharan. Okay, thank you so much, Haricharan. Okay,
Thank you.
so we have seen how many indices so far? We have seen how many indices so far?
3, ma'am, I think.
3. Yeah, we have seen happiness index, we have seen academic freedom index, and we have seen multidimensional poverty index. Okay, so next one is ease of doing business index, ease of doing business. Okay, so here if suppose some country is if other countries are able to do freely business in this country, okay, so we will be faring good in this index. Okay, it's like that. Okay, so do we have a good news in this aspect here? Do we have a good news? Like in the first 3 indices, we didn't add any good news. Okay, poverty, it was 62nd. In academic freedom index, it was only scoring 0.3. Happiness also, it wasn't so doing well. Do we have any good news here? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So what's the good news here? in this aspect?
79 to 64 question.
79 में से 64 question. Okay. India jumps to 63rd position in World Bank's Ease of Doing Business 2020 report. Okay, it says that India has jumped and India has fared well in 6 out of 10 parameters on which it is assessed. Okay, it is fared well in 6 out of 10 parameters. Okay, so in this aspect, India is doing well. Okay, India is doing well, right? Now, I hope everybody understands what WIPO is, right? Any one of you who have attended that Kapila program on the intellectual property rights? There was an MIC program in the month of September. Did any of you attend that program?
Yeah. Appa.
Did any of you attend the program of Kapila?
No, madam.
No, madam. It was a compulsory program, no? It was a program conducted by MIC, Ministry of Innovation Council. Okay, so there they have shared about how many patents have been really filed by different countries. Okay, different countries. And you can see the statistics here. China has total patent grants of 13,81,594, whereas India has poorly performing in this aspect also by only patents of 46,582. Okay, 46,582. Okay, so India lags far behind the global leaders. Okay, global leaders here we take usually as China and USA. Okay, they have filed many patents, and even from this 46,582, some of the patents have been filed by Indians who are not residing in India. Okay, they are residing in some other country and they have filed for patents. Okay, so this is with regards to the patent filing. Okay, so we have seen poverty, we have seen happiness, we have seen human development index, we have seen patent filing index, we have seen business ease of doing business index. Okay, so now one more thing, one more statistics we'll look into is this doubling period. Okay, doubling period of knowledge, not of virus. Okay, see, virus doubling period, I used to really get scared of that doubling period. If it is reducing, it really used to scare me, and I guess it used to scare you people also. But here we talk about the knowledge doubling period. Okay, so here it is seen that in 1900 human knowledge doubled every 100 years. Okay, in 45 the doubling period has reduced to 25 years. 2014 it has drastically reduced to 13 months only. Okay, so every 13 months the knowledge of the people put together, the accumulated knowledge is been doubling. Okay, it's been doubling. Okay, then in 2020, if this pandemic wouldn't have occurred, doubling period would have been 12 hours. Doubling period would have been 12 hours. Okay, so but then the question to ponder upon is, if knowledge is doubling so frequently, okay, knowledge is doubling so frequently, then why aren't problems reduced? See, knowledge, doubling of knowledge and problem solving, isn't it inversely proportional? So knowledge increases, problems have to be solved, right? But problems are also multiplying. Why is that happening? Yeah, I had given you the disclaimer, right? I want the answers from you all.
As knowledge increases, problem creators also increase.
That's a good answer, sir. Yeah, problem creators also increase, right? Any other things? Any other answers? So can I say that ignorance is bliss? See, in a state of ignorance, are we in a happy situation then? We don't know anything, what's going on. Is it that way?
No,
Hello. Yeah, no, ma'am. Okay, so here the question is, why aren't problems reducing? So what do you need? What do you need? Okay, we have seen we are faring poorly in poverty. We are not doing so very well in case of happiness. Okay, then what do you need now? Okay, so what is the need of the hour? We have seen, to begin with, we had discussed about what is the utopian society of everybody, right? So few of them have shared that every people should be treated equally, or couple of things we have seen. Okay, so what is the need of the hour? What is the need of the hour? When we are talking about poverty, racism, and many other problems, corruption, you even have corruption index. Okay, and India doesn't fare good in that also. Okay, so all these things are there. In these things, is really innovation needed? Like we as IICs, we talk about doing so many activities in a quarter. So we have a complete schedule given by the MHRD. Like we have to do 3 compulsory calendar activities, 3 MIC activities, and then self-driven activities. So there are a whole lot of activities we have to do for our students, right? So now the question to ponder upon is it really needed now? Is it really needed? Yeah, anybody can answer. Is it the priority? Is it the need of the hour?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam. Why, madam? Why, sir? Sorry. Is it really needed? Or are we just after the number game? Okay, so many activities done, it's over, right? Are we just closing the file? Are we really measuring the outcomes, whichever are achieved by the educational institutions? Or is the assessment driving the knowledge levels? Is the assessment, see, you know the exam pattern, these are the things which are being asked in the exam. Do we prepare only for that, or are we seeking knowledge? Are we seeking knowledge? These are the questions really we should think about. Okay, so what is the need of the hour? Is it the poverty? Is it happiness? Is it corruption? Which one should we address now first? Which one do we prioritize now?
Firstly, human consciousness. Consciousness towards
Lovely answer, ma'am. Lovely answer. Human conscience has to be improved upon. Okay. Okay. So let me see here. I have put the dots for you people to fill it up. Okay. So poverty is one thing, corruption, racism, this pandemic now in this year, or the vaccine. So what are we going to prioritize now? Okay. What is the common solution for all that? Right. So we need to think about all this. Okay. So what is the need of the hour? We are not happy country. We are not a rich country, right? We are not a academically free country. Fine. Then why are we talking about all the other things like in IIC 1.0 and 2.0? We have been conducting so many things. Okay. So where is the outcome? Where is it really going? Okay. So we have to think about all these things. Okay. And then IIC says that it is no, MIC says that higher educational institutions, all the higher educational institutions have to establish IIC in their organization. Okay, so you have one at Riper, in St. Pius also there is one IIC. Okay, you have many organizations which have established IIC, and they are doing tremendous job. Okay, they are conducting activities. So we are in that WhatsApp group of presidents, and then almost every day I see some or other activity excuse me, which is being done by all the IICs. Okay, and point to think over here is how many students are benefited by that. Okay, how many students are benefited by that, right? Once I was discussing about all the IIC activities with some of the faculty of physics department in our college. So one lady, one faculty, she was saying that, see, Newton got an idea because when he was sleeping under an tree, okay, about gravity and all those, because just apple fell on them, fell on him, he got the idea. He didn't get the idea because he was forced to innovate something, right? So is that freedom really there in the ISC activities? Point to think about. Okay, so but basically MIC had started this initiative with a very good objective in hand. Okay, they wanted to create awareness among student folk about innovations, startups, entrepreneurships, and about everything, right? And then mentoring support is also offered by MIC. Okay, you have many Smart India hackathons being done, right? So did any of you participate in Smart India hackathon of the last year, ma'am, from your college?
Ma'am, some students are participated, ma'am. Faculty members also participated.
Very lovely, ma'am, lovely. Okay, so mentoring support is being offered by the faculty of the same college, same IIC, or mentors will be allotted by other colleges also. Okay, so mentoring facility is there in IIC. Okay, and it gives recognition to your educational institution also. So these are the three objectives with which IIC is set up, or this initiative has been started by MIC. Okay, so it's a very good initiative if we carry it on with a good spirit. Okay, carry it on with a good spirit. Suppose if we fall in this number game of getting let me share this. In IIC 1.0, we got our college got around 4 star rating, and in IIC 2 we got around 4.5 star rating. But still, as a IIC member, I used to think like, do we really deserve it? Do we really deserve the star rating? Okay, so if we don't deserve it and we are giving good grades, what will happen? What will eventually happen? If suppose a student is not doing well, but still you do liberal correction and you give him more marks, what will happen? What will be the outcome of that?
With good skills, ma'am, without any knowledge.
Yeah,
They came.
student without any knowledge, he's going to go out of the college. Then what good
Yes.
he'll do for the society? Okay, so here assessment and all that is fine by the MIC things. Okay, but we have to be, as one of the ma'ams has said, that human consciousness has to be addressed upon. Okay, need of the hour is human consciousness, right? So if we have to become more conscious of these activities, we have to do it with our wholeheartedness. Okay, and see that seed of startup or seed of innovation is built up in the students' minds. Okay, so the responsibility is highly on us teachers. Okay, highly on us teachers, right? So here, yeah, excuse me. Okay, so next, coming to IIC 2019-20 activities. Okay, uh, excuse me for the disturbance. Okay, so here total number of activities organized by IIC 1920. So recently we had a meeting for South Central Zone IICs. Okay, so they have given the statistics which says that total number of activities organized were 27,325. And let me share one more information with regard to this. One of the colleges of southern part of India only, they have done 336 self-driven activities in the year 2019-20. 336. See, the number of days, total number of days in a year are 365. It means that almost they are being doing one activity per day. Like today you are having this session of mine, right? So tomorrow you'll be having some other session. Day after you are having some other session. It's like that. But excuse me, how many activities are really giving you good outcomes? Okay, so you have to think about all that, right? It's not only the number game. You should think about the outcome. You should think about the outcome. How much student is able to imbibe that? How much student is able to imbibe that? It's not only for the numbers we are doing it. We have to keep the spirit of the IIC alive. Okay, that responsibility is on the all the IIC members and also the students fraternity. Okay, so next one, yeah, this only I was talking about just now. Are we in the rat race? Okay, are we competing like all the higher education institutions? Are they competing with each other? Okay, for the ranking or for the star ranking, or for the marks, right? Are they in competition, or do they really want to do something for the society? Okay, again, this is a point we should think about, right? Here we have something known as absolute scale and relative scale, right? Absolute scale is you're comparing you with yourself. Okay, suppose I want to be rich because I want to have a better standard of living. I want to earn more and more money because I want to have better standard of living. That is the absolute way of measuring it. But if you are comparing it with others, I want to become rich only because my neighbor is rich. That's not the way you have to think. Okay, so in absolute way, we all IICs have to take IIC to the next level. Okay, so if each IIC would give its own share, then surely the country will prosper. Okay, so are we in a rat race? Any of the faculty can answer, ma'am. Are we in a rat race?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we are we in a rat race? Yeah, some healthy competition should always be there, because otherwise if competition is not there, it makes us complacent. It makes us complacent, right? So it makes us feel that whatever we have achieved is enough, right? So it makes us gives us a feeling of complacency. That shouldn't happen. But uh, rat race shouldn't be only towards achieving only star ratings or good marks. Okay, it should be towards achieving the better outcomes. Okay, and the next session will be by on December 24th, I think. You have a session on NISP, right? National Innovation Startup Policy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'm not able to recall. It's Rashekar sir, right?
Yes.
Yes, he's a lovely speaker. We had a session by him on National Innovation Startup Policy. Okay, so actually I thought that first I would be taking up this topic only of National Innovation Startup Policy, but later I thought that sir would do more justice than me. Okay, so I had chosen this of starting with a utopian society, taking up all the indices and making you really ponder upon like what is falling short. Okay, where are we missing out? Why aren't we a happy country? Why aren't we a rich country? Why aren't we a developed country? Why aren't we so what is the need of the hour? Okay, what is the need of the hour? So need of the hour, though I have given the disclaimer that I won't be answering any of the questions which I have posed in my PPT, but what the need of the hour is innovation. We need innovative solutions for poverty. We need innovative solutions for racism. We need to have innovative solution for casteism. Okay, we need to have innovation in everything we do. Otherwise, we are going to miss out on many things which other countries are enjoying. Okay, so that's all from my end. If any questions you have, you can ask, or any not the questions really, but any impressions about these points which we were discussing about. Yeah, I've stopped sharing my screen now. Yeah, anything you want to share? Anything you want to share? Anybody, you can unmute and share. Faculty also can share, because a few of the things I really have, it's not offending anybody, any college. Okay, those were the questions which generally I put to my own college also. Like, do we really reserve 4.5 star rating?
Mostly, all of us are running towards the numbers,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
towards the better outcome.
Yes, ma'am. True, ma'am. Like, the mindset has to be changed. Mindset has to change, ma'am. That's a need of the hour, actually. Mindset, change of mindset. Yes.
People mindset always running towards the fulfilling the
Numbers.
physical needs, also physical needs.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no.
True. That's very true, ma'am. Like, I'd seen one joke on WhatsApp which said that, see, there will be a hen which will be giving, like, it is under complete stress. Okay. And the senior HR will be saying, like, you lay more eggs. Okay. So that will hardly lay only one egg. Okay. So why do you think it has laid only one egg? There will be a cock. It has laid only one egg. Then the HR manager, he asks, like, why did you lay only one egg? You are supposed to lay 5 eggs a day. Okay. Then what it says is, I'm not a hen, I'm a cock. Okay. So are we in such situation that so we are at the gunpoint and we are asked to do some things? Okay. It shouldn't be like that. Yeah, we should be willingly doing some things. Like, some rules should be there, otherwise there won't be any limits. Suppose these activities are not given to us to do, we won't be doing these things. We will be after our syllabus completions, and maybe we'll be concentrating more on other things. Okay, innovation will be never given a priority. Fine. And it is seen that even the success rate of innovators, it's very small. Like, though we may be having many entrepreneurship development programs, only one or two really, they it will get into them and they will be entrepreneurs. So that is very less. So why is entrepreneurship not given so much of importance in India?
Mostly they're running towards academic completing degree.
Yeah.
Yes, they only concentrate on that.
Yes, ma'am. One more question I want to ask, maybe to women folk especially. Okay. Suppose if some of your family members, they are getting a proposal of a man who is into business. Okay. So will you accept that? Or what are the qualifications you usually see in the person whom you want to marry?
Mainly who have better responsibility towards the family.
Yeah.
And also to the society.
Yeah, but in terms of the occupation, will you be marrying someone who is into business? Where
Students, please answer.
yes.
Both your students are there.
Yes.
Just speak out.
Will you be marrying someone who is into business?
Students, you can respond to this question. Anybody from students, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, usually the most sought after occupations will be government job. You see that the person should be having government job, secure job. Okay. And let me tell you, entrepreneurship, it's the highest risky thing to take up. Highest, the risk factors are very high. So it's like it's like you want a Gandhi to be born, but not in your family. You want Gandhi to be born in your neighbor's family. It's always like that. Yeah. So you want entrepreneurs to emerge, but not at your home. When it comes
Yes.
to your own student, your own kids, your own children, you want them to do some job which is more secured.
Mostly imaginary fears influence their minds to stop them.
Yes. So that mindset has to change. The overall cultural setup has to change, and that is the responsibility of we teachers. And we really can't preach to students like be entrepreneurs without we practicing it.
Yes.
Yeah. Any other questions you have, or any other point wherein you don't agree with me? You can fight with me. No questions?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I think there are no questions, ma'am. Even faculty
Yes, ma'am.
can debate with me, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So shall we close, ma'am?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Just a minute.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. I want to thank you all for giving me this opportunity to maybe not interact with your students. I don't call it as interaction because not many have interacted. Okay, but a nice thing that I was able to share my uh, my knowledge with you all. Okay.
Thank you
Yes.
for
Thank
sharing
you very
your
much.
valuable information to all of us. Now, on behalf of Riper IIC and organizing Riper family, I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Sushma Garu for her informative and inspiring speech towards innovation through different statistical indexes. In spite of her busy schedule, thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation.
No, ma'am.
And
Mine is not at all a busy schedule, ma'am. I okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I thank Riper for giving me this opportunity, and especially to Vijay Jyoti ma'am for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge with you all. Okay, share my views, not yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am.
Now I thank all the IIC members for supporting for this wonderful session. And thanks to Dr. M.V. Jyoti ma'am and Pawan sir for supporting this session. Thank you so much to all of you. Ma'am, now I will share the certificate, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I can leave the meeting, no, ma'am, now?
Okay, ma'am. I will send through mail, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. You wanted to share it here, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Just a minute.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Just a
Yeah, ma'am. That's a very nice way, ma'am, of sharing the certificate.
Thank
Very innovative way. Ma'am, no problem, ma'am. Shravani, ma'am.
Oh, ma'am.
If you are not able to do that, no problem. You can share it to me later, ma'am.
Just a minute.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
ma'am, for
Ma'am, 1
accepting.
minute, ma'am. I'll take a screenshot, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. I've taken, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, then I can leave, no, ma'am,
Okay.
now?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you so
Thanks,
much.
Thank, yeah, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. Good. Now we will end the session.